Hello, everybody. Um, I'm gonna put a thing up for guests, I guess. Let's see. I know no one will come up, but that's fine. I'm not really not making a long video or anything. Do 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 do. Okay. Um, no, it's really isn't an update. It's just me. Like I want to make a real video for once. Uh, it's been quite a while since I've done one of those. Like all the vinyl tags going on. Like maybe I'll like dig my heels in and actually make some kind of a video, like at home. Um, but in all actuality, I've been I had some time off for my work, and over Christmas, and I did. I'm trying to think. I did purchase like uh, a cop car. I don't want to be seeing on my phone or anything. Um, do 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 do. Anywho, I did. I in fact I had we had like a not a white elephant gift exchange, but it was like a gift exchange thingy for the department that I'm loosely affiliated with at my job. Um, and I ended up getting it was like how do you call it, like a mystery purchaser kind of thing. Anyway, I got the head guy at my job, and the head guy got me. He wanted a Starbucks gift card, so that and he wrote that down like three times. I put down some arbitrary crap like like a warm hat and what else did I put down? A warm hat, and it was like a $20 gift certificate to my local record store or whatever. I didn't even put down an amount, but it could be up to $20. That was like the limit. So I ended up getting him a $20 Starbucks gift card, and he ended up getting me a gift certificate to my uh, my local record store, and I, I I had been eyeballing this record in my record store. It's like $25. It's not really a lot of money, but like I was kind of putting off buying it, and I really wanted it because it's sort of one of my favorite albums that I came across over the last few years, and it's by Sandy Bull, who is a it was a I don't know if I'd necessarily call him American primitive, but kind of in the same school as John Fahey, a little bit more. I want to say he was a little bit more of a multi instrumentalist, but it was like stringed instruments and stuff. Uh, but he did more. I wouldn't even say experimental, but a different kind of experimental music than John Fahey did. But he was very good guitar player and composer, and so I got one of his records is called Inventions, I believe. It's very very good. Um, so I highly recommend that if you like instrumental guitar music. And it does sound very good. It's an original pressing, so um, I picked that up over Christmas um, using that gift certificate, and I didn't really get like um, I got some stuff for Record Store Day that I probably shouldn't have spent the money, but I got the Shotgun Willie Nelson, and also the what did I get? Um, the Graham Parsons live, the thing that he did with Emmylou Harris. It's really good, really good. I've only listened to through it once, but both are good sounding records. I'd say Uh, what have I been listening to? Like I know, like was it yesterday or the day before I put on this record? It's like one of like the first album by the Country Gentlemen, which is like a sort of like a bluegrass outfit from back in the early '60s. That's a really good album. Their first album together, I believe, is on Folkways. I think I got it for like $6 back in the day, back earlier, much earlier this year, maybe, or maybe even not this year, last year, maybe even the year before. But I haven't really listened to it that much, and it is a uh, very good musicianship on that album. Really good album if you like that genre of music. I'm thinking of like Elliot Cruz, who never watches my channel. I'd probably have a lot of things that I could show him some things that I have that he'd like. I have a lot of random crap along that territory. Not a whole lot in the bluegrass uh, world, but a little bit. So I apologize if I've got like I don't have like maybe not the best sound quality going on. I don't know. I have been listening to Pavement a lot. I saw them in 2022 with my son in Chicago in September, and man, it was a great show. It's on YouTube if you want to watch it. I don't know, whatever. I think it was like September 23rd, like Friday night. But anyway, that that whole concert experience kind of got me listening to Pavement. I have like listened through most of their albums most of the way, and I have a I wouldn't say I love that band, but I really do like them quite a bit. Um, I understand the fascination, and like the hardcore Pavement fans, I totally get it. Like from a musical standpoint, they're just really good. Um, just good writing, good lyrics. A little bit hard to understand what they're talking about sometimes, but do a little research on some of their songs and whatever. I'm just rambling about shit. Pardon my language. Uh, let's see. What else have I been listening to? What happened here? I must have got like a text message or something. Hold on. I don't know. Uh, let's see. What else have I been listening to? Oh boy. I'm trying to think really hard. I'm trying to think of like what I listened to today. There's a great. I don't really listen to it off the Sirius XM app, but there's a great show that Bob Dylan does. It's called Old Time Music Hour or something like that. I don't know. You just Google it or something. It's really good. It's really worth checking out. It's mostly like old timey music, but there's like there's always a theme. It's always just interesting to hear him ramble about stuff that he knows about, like music wise. Um, I got some money for Christmas, and I did purchase the new um, the book on Mal Evans. That's out now. Hopefully, I actually read it. But I did. I have been listening to over the last 2 days, 2, 3, 4 days. I've been listening back, getting into John Martin again, which I know when I started listening to like Nick Drake and Fairport Convention, you know I did know that uh, Nick Drake was really good friends with John Martin, fairly good as far as anybody could be friends with Nick Drake. Um, I know the album Solitaire, the song Solitaire is written about Nick, I think a year before his passing. But that's a good album to get into. But like, if you really want a good recommendation for an album from him, I would start with the album Bless the Weather. Really good album. Really, really good album. If you like great songwriting and guitar playing, and I mean, just very, very good guitar player. From a rhythmic standpoint, like very intricate, very good. Um, Uh, Sadly, no. I did watch. I watched over my break. I watched some YouTube. I watched old episodes of American Bandstand. I'm not really sure why, but they kept coming up as recommendations. I was saddened by the fact that none of the bands that appeared on there. It was like late '70s, early '80s. Uh, so it was kind of fun to watch people dance. Like it was kind of crazy how people danced back then, but and the way some of the people were dressed and stuff. It was like very interesting to watch. Um, but I was saddened by the fact that all of the bands that appeared on American Bandstand, like I didn't know the Jam appeared on there. Like there's even like I didn't watch this, but there's even an old black and white clip of Pink Floyd from like '67 when their first album came out. If you've never seen that, I suggest watching that. It's pretty cool. But again, like I think hardly any of the bands that I don't think there were any bands that like pushed to do live stuff on American Bandstand. I don't whatever. But I did watch the where I was going with this was I did watch the John Martin documentary that came out a few years before he passed away. He passed away at age 60 um, in 2009, I believe. But good songwriter. You know, if you've never listened to that guy, he's very critically acclaimed. I wouldn't necessarily start with his first few albums, but like the two albums that he did with his then wife Beverly Martin are very good. Good, and they're worth checking out. Very good albums. If you like that whole kind of folk rock thing, um, really, you know, they do kind of sound a little bit like Linda and Richard Thompson. If you like those albums, you'll probably definitely like John and Beverly Martin albums. I think they're both came out in '70. Um, those are good albums too to really start. Like John Martin kind of went off and did some. I mean, he did some really great albums. Like I'd say, pretty much his entire '70s catalog is quite good and worth listening to. But the albums differ from each other a bit, and there's some more kind of experimental type things in there. I wouldn't really call it experimental. Um, just just more innovative, I guess, than maybe his early '70s stuff. And then like in the early '80s, he was going through a divorce, and he did a couple albums produced by Phil Collins, and Phil Collins was going through a divorce too. But those albums are worth checking out. I haven't really gotten into like I haven't listened to his stuff kind of later in his career, but he was pretty prolific. I think he put out like 23 albums in his lifetime, like studio albums. So, well, I'm home from work, folks. That means I gotta go. At least one person that looks like was watching this, like one sad individual. Probably even more sad that they had to forego my live stream. But I'll try to do like a real video sometime this year. How does that sound, folks? I hope everybody's doing well. I better back up so my not too close to my neighbor's van here. Okay, well, I hope everybody, I hope the one person that watched this enjoyed it. And take care. I'm gonna be watching some of the peanuts from the Rachel's Ghost stream. I'll try to watch some of their videos because I haven't really kept up on a lot of their channels. So I hope everybody's doing well, and I'm having a very safe and happy new year so far. Take care and God bless.